हाँ सर इसका कौन है सर हाँ लेकिन इसका कौन है
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Is it the board visible? The diagram is visible? Is the diagram is visible to you?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Is the board visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So good morning, friends, and welcome for the today's class. And today I am going to complete this PERT problem because we need to do one more problem on critical path method that I am going to explain in the second class. That is the coming class. So as far as the PERT and the CPM is concerned, so friends, what you need to remember is, so PERT is program evaluation and review technique. It is used for those projects where the time estimation is not known. So please keep it in mind. PERT is used by the project manager where the time estimation is not known. And these kind of diagram is used for those projects where for R&D projects or for new innovative projects, they use the PERT. And coming to the CPM, critical path method, in this, the time is deterministic in nature, means time is already known. And these kind of projects, they used for the repetitive project, they use the CPM. And in the previous class, we also studied that the PERT will use the 3 time estimations. And we call those 3 time estimation as optimistic time O, pessimistic time P, and most likely time M. So based on the 3 estimates, we need to evaluate and review the project. Yes, and this is what the diagram I have drawn on the board, and where you can see that, and once we'll check it whether everything is fine or not. So once you see that for A and B and C, for 3 activities there are no predecessors, isn't it? So there are no predecessors for the 3 activities. A is starting point is 0, B starting point is 0, and C starting point is 0. And you see the D, and for these the predecessor is A, isn't it? And for E the predecessor is B. Like F the predecessor is C. Like that, this diagram already we have drawn in the previous class. And coming to the today's class, we need to estimate the time because we don't know what exactly a time is required for completion of the project. That you need to understand. So to understand the project duration, we need to calculate the mean value. And in the previous class also I have explained mean, isn't it? So you need to calculate the mean here, isn't it? Because if you are not able to identify the mean, it becomes difficult to estimate the time. And the mean, yes, the mean, a formula also I have given, isn't it? And mean is nothing but TE. T is nothing but mean is equal to, isn't it? The formula which you have been seeing, TO plus 4 into TM plus TP by 6. This is the formula you need to use to find out the mean value, isn't it? And also in the previous class, I have used one important activity. So you need to do for each and every activity, isn't it? You need to do calculate the mean for A because friends, in PERT, I don't know the exact time. So please listen carefully. I don't know if I am starting at node 1 and ending at node 2. Now don't ask the question what is the node. Node is also known as event. event or node, both are same, friends. Isn't it? What is a node and event? A circle indicates an event and an arrow indicates an activity. That already we have studied in the previous class. So if I want to know the node 1 to node 2, we are calling which activity A. I don't know the time of activity A. Assume that you are constructing a house, and what is the first activity you are doing? 1 to 2 is your node and activity is A. But what is the duration? How much time it is taking? So to know that, you need to do this expected duration. So you need to find out the TE value, and T is nothing but your mean value, isn't it? So mean value T is equal to T of optimistic value plus 4 into pessimistic value, most likely value plus pessimistic value by 6. So you need to do the calculations. Yes, this is how you need to do. Just for example's sake, I have given here. So these are the values you need to find out. So you need to find out the values here. If you see the diagram, I need to find out what is the mean value of. Can anybody tell me what is the mean value of A? Because based on the formula, I have given a formula also. So make it fast. Activity A, for activity A, what is the mean value based on the formula? Tell me please. 5 plus? Tell me 5 plus?
24 plus
7 by?
6.
6. So what is the value we'll get? What is the value we'll get? Please fast. Are you there? Because without your participation, we can't complete the diagram today. If I want to calculate activity A mean value, what is the formula here? TE is equal to TO 5 plus 4 into what is the most likely time for A activity? 6 and plus 7. That is, we will get the value. What is the value we are getting here? We get the value of 6. Isn't it? So what is the mean value of activity A? 6. Like that, we get 3 here. So you do the calculation. So these mean values you need to write down under here. So whatever the value I am getting here for activity A, what is the mean value I am getting? 6. 6 is the value I am getting. And for next activity, you need to do like that, isn't it? So you need to do for activity B, it is 3. And for activity C, it is 4. And for activity D, it is 2. Isn't it? And for activity E, it is 3. And for activity F, it is again 3. And for activity G, it is 3. And after G, E, F, G, H, and this is H. H we are getting 5. Isn't it? And I we are getting 5. And also for J, we are getting 3. So friends, now we got the mean value. And how we are calculating the mean value? We are calculating the mean value by this particular formula. T is equal to TO plus 4 into the most likely time plus pessimistic time by 6. So by that, we are getting all these values. So this is how you need to calculate the mean. Now the next question comes, friends. What we need to do the best, because we need to calculate the project completion time. What we need to find out? We need to do the project completion time. We need to do the project completion time based on the diagram and based on the mean values. We need to do find out the most possible time to complete this particular project. So for that, we need to apply 2 important formulas here, friends, that you need to remember. That 2 important formulas you need to remember. So we have calculated the mean value, And after mean value, what you need to do? You need to find out the two important things you need to. So we call it as EST. We need to find out EST. What is EST means? Earliest start time. Isn't it? So friends, earliest start time you need to find out. And second one, latest finish time. Two things you need to find out under this activity where you will get the critical path. So two things you need to find out. What are the two things here? Earliest starting time EST, and second one is latest finish time LFT. Isn't it? These two activities we need to find out. And this activity we can also call as forward pass. So friends, please remember the EST is also known as forward pass. And coming to the second activity, it is known as backward pass. So please remember. So EST is known as forward pass, and what is LFT is known as? LFT is known as a backward pass. So don't confuse here. What is forward pass and backward pass means? Moving from activity 1 to activity 8. Isn't it? So what is the starting node here? Starting node is 1. And what is the ending node? Ending node is 8. Isn't it? And if we are doing calculation and find out the value from first node 1 to node 8 is known as a forward pass. So please remember. So what is forward pass? If activity is moving from activity 1 to 2 to the last end or end node or end event, we call that activity as forward pass. It is opposite to the forward. If we are calculating the value from the end, what is the end here? 8, node 8 is the end. From 8 to, if you are moving towards the first node, we call it as a backward pass. Now you got the clarity. So in order to find out the project completion time, so what is the task we need to find out with these two? These two helps me to find out project completion time, and also we are able to find out our critical path. Isn't it? So critical path is identified by doing the forward pass and the backward pass. Not only that, we are able to find out the project completion time also. So for that, we need to have a formula, friends. So for that, we need to have a formula, and that formula I'll explain. So to calculate, what you need to remember is to calculate the earliest starting time and the completion time, we need to have a formula here, friends. Isn't it? So first one is determine. What you need to do is you need to determine your forward pass. And what is the forward pass? Forward pass means I said moving from here to there. So for that we need to have a formula. And what is that formula? Determine the earliest ESJ. ESJ. And what is ESJ? Earliest start time is also known as ESJ. And what is J indicates? J indicates ending activity. Please remember, friends. I indicates start and J indicates end. These two are important. You need to remember. I indicates the starting point and J indicates the ending point. Isn't it? Like tail and head. Isn't it? So for example, if you remember, what is head and tail? 1 to 2. 1 is a tail and 2 is head. Isn't it? Just like so, please. Screen is not visible. Is the screen is not visible to you, friends?
Yes, sir.
It is visible?
No, sir, not visible.
So up to where you can see up to only up to the diagram. Up to here you can see. Please respond. Because that is the reason I have taking the class in this particular room. The board is visible now. Why it is not? Now it is okay. Now it is okay. Now can you see? Now you are able to see the diagram or not? Please respond to me. Because if you are not able to see, then it becomes difficult to explain. The screen is blurred. Now it is okay. Now friends, it is okay now.
No, sir.
Now again it is a problem. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The diagram, can you see the diagram?
Sir, the diagram is not appearing properly, sir.
It is not visible properly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, but the friends, what the problem is, if you can't see the diagram, then we cannot do with the. Because I'm using the latest camera. Why it is not visible? I don't know.
Sir, I think so. It's a problem with your net problem issue.
Okay, it may be a net problem. Because friends, what happens if we are not explaining on the board, then it becomes difficult. Because we need to understand the diagram only. Now it is okay. Now it is okay. Can you see?
Blur, sir.
Again blur. Okay. What I'll try to explain through the PPT itself, because in PPT it doesn't get the formulas right away. That is what the problem. So friends, now up to here you are clear, isn't it? Up to now it is clear that we need to identify the what we need to identify the critical path, we need to identify the mean. So we calculate the mean value, isn't it? And we got the mean value, and the mean value I have also posted on the diagram, isn't it? Mean value, we need to calculate the earliest starting time and earliest. So if you have a paper and pen with you, you can write down the formula also. I'll explain the formula. Okay, I'll use the PPT, no problem.
Sir,
Tell me.
you are somewhere, sir. That side you are there, sir. You are not visible, sir, properly.
Okay. Now it's okay?
Not appearing, sir.
Now it's okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So what I'll do is, so please, if you have a paper and pen with you, please write down. So we need to calculate the earliest start time, because we need to start the earliest start time, because without earliest start time we can't move forward. That is what the main purpose. So now we have calculated these values. As you are seeing on the slide, we have calculated the mean value, and all the mean value I have posted on the board also. For activity A, we have 6 value. Like that, I have posted everything on the board. And coming to the next one, we need to calculate the important 2 activities that we call it as earliest start time. And if you have a pen and paper with you, you can write down. And I said earliest start time is nothing but your E, S, J. And what is J indicates? J, I said J indicates the which activity? End activity. And I indicates starting activity. This you need to remember, isn't it? So please remember it. So for that, what I need to do is I need to take a formula to calculate this. So I'll take a slide. A plain slide I'll take and I'll try to explain. Yes. So now I'm going to explain the formula, and what the formula you need to understand, friends. You need to understand ESJ. ESJ is equal to, what is ES means? Earliest start time is equal to maximum of, please remember friends, maximum of, isn't it? Maximum of ESJ is equal to maximum of I. What I indicates, friends? Starting or event? What I said. What is I means? Please remember what is I and J.
Start, I, J, and the
Starting and ending.
Right. I is a starting event and J is a ending event. And please, if you see the formula, earliest start time of J is equal to maximum of I into earliest starting time of ith activity plus duration Dij. And what is Dij means? Duration, friends. That you need to remember. So this is the formula for the earliest start time. Please, if you have a notes, you can write down also. Earliest start time is equal to ESJ is equal to maximum of ESI plus duration. Isn't it? And this formula we will use for which pass? A forward pass. We are going to use this activity for which activity? A forward pass. Just now I said, what is a forward pass? If you see the diagram, friends, what is a forward pass? Moving from 1 to 8. Isn't it? What is forward pass means? Moving from 1 to node 1 to 8th node is also known as a forward pass. And if we are doing 8th activity and coming backwards, then I'll call it as a backward pass. Isn't it? That you need to remember. So ESJ is nothing but maximum. And coming to the second formula, latest completion time, LCI. LCI, latest completion time is equal to minimum of, so here in starting we are taking maximum, here we need to take minimum of jth activity into latest completion of jth activity minus duration. And this is nothing but your backward pass. So please remember, friends, what is the backward formula? Backward pass formula, isn't it? So this is latest completion time of ith activity is equal to, again you need to remember, friends, this you need to remember forever. J is equal to and I is equal to. J is equal to ending and I is equal to starting. That you need to remember. So for maximum earliest starting time in forward pass, you need to do the maximum value. You need to take the maximum value. And coming to the LCI, that is latest completion time, you need to take the minimum value. So what is the basic difference here, friends? If I am calculating ES means earliest starting time means forward pass. So that you need to remember, please. If I am calculating node 1 or starting point to node 8, last point, which formula I need to use? Earliest starting time formula, and we call it as a forward pass. And coming to the second formula, if I want to calculate the latest completion time starts with which activity? From last activity to first activity. And what is the last node in the diagram? The last node is node 8. Node 8 is the last activity. isn't it? From 8th to I need to move forward, and we call it as a backward. So forward pass and backward pass. If we do forward and backward pass, then we are able to identify what is our critical path. Now you got the friends, what is our critical path and what is the critical path is known as? The critical path is a path which consumes maximum time or maximum resources. That path is declared as a critical path. Now if you have any doubt, you can ask. Just now you can ask, because I need to show. So friends, till now I'll explain. In PERT, time is not known, it is probabilistic in nature. So PERT is used for new projects and R&D projects, innovative projects they use. The project manager will estimate the time based on 3 estimates. One is optimistic time, second one is most likely time, and third one is pessimistic time. That values are already given. And coming to know exactly what is the mean value, I need to have a formula. To calculate the mean, I need to apply the TE. TE is equal to TO plus 4 into TM plus TP by 6. If you do apply the formula for activity A, B, C, D, like that, how many activities are there, we'll get the mean value. And once mean value, we got the mean value, that mean value, you have to put it on the diagram. You need to apply to the diagram, because activity A, in the previous one, activity A, we got the what I call it as we got activity A 6, like that we got all the mean values, isn't it? That is how I'm going to explain the forward pass. But how you are saying the board is not visible, and I need to do it, because if it doesn't, so please now once you check it. Yes. So what I am going to do is I am going to draw the diagram here itself, and I am going to explain. So please wait, because you cannot see the diagram. Are you able to see the diagram on the board, or it is not visible?
Sir, it's total plain.
The board is only plain. No. The board which you are you able to see on board or not?
No, sir.
So I am drawing. Please.
Black.
Wait. Now you can see the slide. Okay. Because this is a diagram we need to draw. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, isn't it? And from 2 to we need to draw 5, because this is the diagram which we have already discussed. And from 3 to there is a 6 also, and we need to draw from 3 to 6, and we need to draw 4 to 6, and there is a 8 activity here. Last activity is a 8th activity. 5 to 8. Next, there is a 5 here. 6 to, sorry, this is 7. So friends, this is what the diagram. This is A, this is B, and this is C, isn't it? And this is D, this is E, this is F, this is G, this is H, this is I, and this is J. So this is what the diagram, isn't it? So we are explaining the PERT, friends. This is what the diagram looks like, isn't it? And we calculated the mean value, and all the mean value you need to put the mean values here, isn't it? And what are the mean values we got? We got the mean values here, and that mean values we need to put it here, because without mean values you can't get the entire activity. And we already calculated the mean value. That mean values we will draw here, and once the mean value will go to the forward pass and backward pass. And what are the mean value? A we got 6, and for B we got 3, and for C we got 4. Sir, how we got this mean value? Means by the formula, friends. For activity A we calculated optimistic time, pessimistic time, and most value time. And for D we got 2, and for E we got 3, and for F we got 5, and for G we got 3, and for H we got 5. These are mean values, friends. I we got 5.
Sir, they'll give values, sir.
These are all values. How we got the values of activity A? By calculating estimated time. Now you got. It is clear. For example, friends, how we got this A value?
Okay, sir.
Optimistic time, pessimistic time, most likely time. We applied formula T is equal to TO plus 4 into TM plus TP by 6. We done that, isn't it? So like that, we got A, B, C. We got each and every value we got. For J, it is 3. Now up to here, it is clear.
Yes,
Isn't it?
sir.
Up to here, it is clear. So now, once we got all the mean value, what we need to do? We need to calculate earliest start time. Isn't it? Earliest start time. And I have given the formula. What is earliest start time, friends? Earliest starting time formula I have given. The earliest start time is equal to, and its earliest start time is also known as forward pass. Means do the activity from 1 to 8. Moving from 1 to 8. 1 to 8, we need to apply earliest starting time formula. And if we are doing activity from 8th node to the first node, we need to apply latest completion time. And here, if we are moving node 1 to node 8, forward pass, isn't it? And if you are doing node 8 to node 1, we call it as a backward pass. For ESJ, we need to have, what is the formula? Maximum of, friends, remember, maximum of I activity into ESI
Less duration.
less duration. Very good. So now you need to give the value. So friends, this is what the formula. Yes, so here we are taking the duration, means, and this is also known as a forward pass. Forward pass means we need to do 1 to 8 activity. So now in the diagram, friends, for easy understanding, and you can also do practice at home, for each and every node you keep a box like this, because it is easy to write down the value. Keep a box like this. For each and every node, you keep a box like this. For easy understanding, keep a box like that. What is the purpose of box here? Means whatever the value we are getting, for 2 also I'll keep a box. For each and every node, keep a small box like this. And why, sir, we need to have a box? Means for easy understanding. And what that box indicates, friends? First one is, in the first one, we need to have the, which value we need to go with the value which we are getting from the forward pass. First you keep it as, the first box you need keep it as LF, means latest finishing value, and the below box is earliest starting. Here also earliest starting ES, LF. LF means latest completion or latest finish time. ES means earliest starting time. Like that, you keep all the boxes here, because the box will give an idea, clear idea. It will give a clear idea. Right. So now up to here it is okay. Now we need to calculate the earliest starting time. Now, friends, I said many a times, the earliest starting of the first node is always what? 0. So please remember, friends, the earliest starting point of starting point of an activity, a node, is nothing but which value you need to have? 0. Now you got the point. The earliest starting time of the first node is always 0, means the starting point is always 0. Isn't it? And when you count, we'll start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that, the earliest starting point always has a 0 value. And friends, now you are going to calculate the forward pass for each and every activity. And for activity A, what is the formula? Earliest starting time plus duration of A activity. What is the earliest starting time, friends? 0 plus, what is the duration of activity A?
6.
6 is equal to how much?
6.
6. So now friends, in the box set 2, you can see the small 2 boxes here. I'll draw big to easy understanding. Why I have kept these small boxes here? For easy understanding. So now we got the value 6 here. So that value you need to put here. Assume that, draw a big box. And I am dividing into 2 parts. And what I am writing here? LF, earliest LCL, earliest completion time. And first one is earliest start. So now friends, for activity A, how we are getting the earliest starting time means earliest starting plus duration, means 0 plus 6, we are getting the value 6, friends, here. So now in the below box, earliest starting time for activity A is 6. Like that we will do for activity B. And activity B, again you need to draw the same box here. Now you got the, friends. And what is the upper one is latest completion and below one is earliest starting. Now you can say, friends, what is the duration? 3. And what is the starting point here? 0 plus 3. How much? 0 plus 3. Please, friends, please respond. As per the GST formula.
3.
3, sir.
Isn't it? Is it 3 or not? Yes, 3. And coming to next activity C, what is the value? 0 plus 4.
4.
4, yes. And whether we are doing forward pass or backward pass?
Forward pass.
Very good, very good. Please, because it is difficult to me explain on PPT. If the students are there, if you see the board, then you will understand very quickly, friends. Because you are all the engineering students, these problems are very easy. Now we are doing forward pass, and all the forward pass values we need to enter under earliest starting box. In that box we need to do, and we need to fill all the boxes from first node to the 8th node. Now we got the 4th one also. Now we need to do for D. For D, what is the, now friends, now don't get confused here. Now for D, what is the earliest starting time?
2.
2.
Earliest starting time is duration. You are saying duration. D duration is how much?
2.
2. But what is the earliest starting duration?
6.
6. Very good. Yes. Now like that we will do that. So again 6 plus 2 how much?
8.
8. Yes, very good. 8 is the value. Isn't it? We got 8 here. And for E, what is E?
Starting 3.
And friends, now we got a point here. So now we need to draw for which activity? For 6. For if you see the diagram, friends, There are two activities that are coming towards 6. Now you got my question, friends? Two activities are coming. What are those two? 3 to 6. Next one?
5.
5. 4 to 4 to 6. Now what is the formula says, sense? Maximum forward pass, friends. You need to take the maximum value. And what is the value for 3 to 6? 3 plus 3, how much?
3 plus 3, 6.
6. And for 4 to 6?
Only 5.
What is the value we got here? ES value?
4 plus 5.
4 plus 5, how much?
9.
9. So what is the maximum value I need to take?
9 is
Now you got, friends, formula maximum of I. When you are doing forward pass, you need to take the maximum value. When there are 2 or more activities which are occurring. Here in 6th activity, 6th node, how many activities are possible here? 2. Tell me.
From 2 to 5, there is value of 6
There is
and
only
2.
one 2 to 5. If you see the diagram, 2 to 5, there is only one. Do you understand? Only one is there for 2 to 5. One activity is there at a particular point. No need to do for maximum value. When 2 or more activities are there at that time, what you need to do? You need to do the highest. Tell me.
From 3 to 6 also only 1 is there.
3 to 6 is there and 4 to 6 is there, you see? Arrows are moving in which direction, friends? Forward direction or not? Please don't confuse. 3 to 6 is one arrow. And what is the second activity? 4 to
6.
means activity E and activity F both are moving towards which event? Event. At that point, what we need to do? We need to take the maximum value. Now you got my point?
Yes.
Right. Now which value I need to add at 6? 6 or 9?
As well.
6 or 9? 9, very good. Please, friends, somebody is talking, please. So now what we'll do is we'll have the highest value we got. So here again we'll draw the 2 boxes here, and here we write down 9. And 9 is nothing but your earliest starting time. Yes. Now for activity 6, now we need to go for activity 7. And if you see 7, this is 7. Do you think that there are 1 point or only 2 points? For 6 to 7, 6 to 7 is 1. And next 4 to
7.
4 to 7. And any more anything, any activities are there? You check.
No, sir. That's
No. So now what is 6, 7 value? 9 plus 5, how much?
From 6 to 7, is it backward or forward?
Forward only. Just I have drawn downwards. That's it. Forward itself. 6 to 7 is forward, not backward. We are doing only forward pass now. Backward pass we will do tomorrow. So now there are 2 options are there here. 6 to 7 is there and 4 to 7. And if you want to calculate the earliest starting time, the 6 earliest starting time is 9. And what is the duration here? 5. 9 plus 5? How much?
14.
14. Now here, what is the duration of 4 to 7? Earliest starting time is 4. 4 plus 3?
7.
7. Now 14 and 7 is the value I need to take.
14.
14, because maximum value we need to take, because as per formula, which value I need to take? Maximum value. So the earliest starting time value of 7th node is, what is 7th node? 14. Now you got it. Very easy, friends. If you are there in the class, then you will do just like that. All the calculations only you do by own. Very simple. Now we need to draw a big box here. And again, one box is earliest starting. So what is the highest value we are getting here, friends?
14.
14. Now 7 is over. Now we need to calculate for which activity? After 7?
Activity. 8th activity.
8 activity. How many options are there for 8?
2. I and J.
Right, 5 to 8
7 to 8.
7 to 8.
and
7 to 8.
7 to 8.
8. And if you see the 5 to 8 value, what happens with 5 to 8?
8 plus 5.
8 plus 5, how much?
9, 13.
13. Next, 14 plus
plus 3.
3, how much?
17.
17. So what is the maximum value we need to take?
17.
17.
And now very good, very easy. So now we completed forward pass. We completed the forward pass. So for 8th activity, for activity 8, the highest value we got is how much?
17.
17. Very good. Yes, 17 we got. And what is the 17? Friends, here earliest starting time. Now friends, we completed forward pass. And friends, like that I said, whenever you are starting an activity, always your starting point is, your earliest starting point is always, I said 0. Like that, when you are doing your backward pass, the latest completion time is also equal to 17. Do you remember? Do you understand, friends? Now you got the point. Whenever we are doing backward pass, what you need to do? You need to take the same value. What is the same value of earliest starting time? 17. Same value I need to take for the latest completion time or latest finishing time. And friends, we completed the forward pass also. Now what we need to do? We need to do which activity now we need to complete?
Backward activity.
Right, backward pass. And backward pass, again there is a formula. What is the formula? LFI is equal to, please, anyway I'll give the notes, don't worry, but for the diagram sake you remember.
Plus backward.
In backward pass we need to take minimum or maximum? In backward pass,
Minimum value.
Minimum.
latest finishing of ith activity is equal to minimum of, friends listen carefully, in forward pass we are taking maximum, but here in
Minimum.
we are taking which value? Which value?
Backward.
In backward pass we need to take maximum and minimum value. Tell me please. Minimum value. So friends, what is the formula here? Latest finishing time of ith activity is equal to minimum of j into LFJ minus duration. This is the formula. Now we need to do the backward pass. So backward pass means once activity 8 we got the latest completion time, and when you are moving backward, 8 after 8 you need to do for which activity? After 8 you are going backward.
7.
7, right. Now if you see 7, there are any two other options for 7? 7 we have only one, 8 to 7. Do you understand? 8 to 7, only 8 to 7 is there here. Backward. And what is the latest completion
But
time?
arrow is not there, no sir.
Tell me.
But arrow is in forward direction, no sir. How you are taking back, sir?
We are doing backward pass. Arrow is direction. But if you are drawing an arrow forward, come in a backward, same. If you go in a backward direction, you come in the same direction.
Diagram will be changed, no, sir.
No, what?
Diagram will be changed, no, sir.
No. We need not to change the diagram. We need to only do the calculation part, friends. Diagram is as it is. Now you got diagram is always right as it is, but only we are doing the calculation part. And friends, when you have studied your WBS structure, one point I want to convey here. WBS structure should be traceable from backwards. Do you remember this point? Do you remember, friends? If I am tracing backward, at the end, at the first point, which value I should get?
0.
Yes. If I am not getting 0 means the entire diagram is wrong. Do you understand, friends? So don't think only arrow point of view. If our arrow is moving in this direct forward direction, take the same arrow in the backward direction. It doesn't draw any arrow. So as far as 7th node is concerned, there is only one option, 8 to 7. Isn't it? Backward, we need to move the backward. From 8 to 7, what is the latest completion time? 17. 17 minus 3.
17 minus 3, 14.
14. Now, here for 7th activity, what is the latest completion value?
14.
14. And once 7 is over, what is the next thing we need to do?
6.
6. You see friends, 6, there are two options. What are those?
9 and 5. 9 plus 5.
9 plus 5. How much?
14.
Friends, 9 plus 5, 14. Next.
4 plus 3. 7.
4 plus 5. What is the value we are getting?
14 minus 7, 7.
7. So what is the value I need to draw at 6? Least value, minimum value I need to draw.
7.
7 or 9? Check it correctly. For activity 6, 14 minus 5, we got 9 value. Isn't it? Next. There is any node or only one? That is I want to ask.
No, sir.
Yes. So what is the value I need to draw here? How much? Tell me, please.
9.
9. Yes, very good. Yes. Once 6 is over, what I need to do? I need to go for
5.
Sir, for every event, highest value and lowest value will be there, sir.
yes. Highest value and lowest value we need to take. Now, once 6 is over, we need to do for 5. And 5, there is only one backward. That is 8 to 5. And what is the latest completion time for 8? 17
So
minus.
you tell about this again, sir.
So, okay. So the time is up. Now, forward pass is okay right now? For up to now, forward pass is okay?
Forward pass, okay.
Right. Tomorrow class, what I'll do is I'll draw it on a PPT at my home neatly, and I'll explain tomorrow. Okay? Is it okay? Right. For backward pass, I'll explain tomorrow. But meanwhile, I have a poll question for today. Please, I'm launching the poll. Answer. 18K for 201. Please give the poll answer, because your attendance is based on only poll. Please give the poll answer. Okay, I'm closing the poll. So friends, today I'm going to stop. Until now, you clearly understood what is the forward pass. And tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll put it everything on the PPT and neatly drawn PPT, or I'll draw it neatly and try to explain. Because if you doesn't know forward pass and backward pass clearly, we cannot able to do either PERT or CPM. Because and at the end also, why we need to do a backward pass and forward pass, and what is the importance of slack, isn't it? Importance of slack is 0, and what is the value of slack, and how the slack value 0 indicates the information to a project manager. I'm going to explain in the next class. So I want to end the class, and I want to assign. Can I assign to anyone? Sir is not joined. Can I assign? Can I assign to anyone?
CRs.
CR 233. What is the rule number of CR?
233, sir.
233. Okay, and please at least you try to practice this diagram at home, or at least you draw by own on your own. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.